Hi, I just want to talk a few minutes about some new features in Photoshop 2014 regarding fonts. I have a frame of fonts here on Photoshop. I just want to go ahead and highlight that. And I'll just do a Command or Control A to select all. I'll go over here to my drop down menu. And one of the new features is great because you can go ahead and now roll your mouse over the names of the font in the font list if you're looking to explore what kind of font typeface you might like to use. Another great feature within here is you can hold on the Shift key, and if I hit my down arrow, it will jump to the different families within there, and then I can just go through the different members. So if I go to the Shift key, it goes down to a font family and skips the individual styles like italic and bold within a family, so it's just jumping between the families. Another neat thing is I can go up here in the font area where the name of the font is. I can delete that. I can type in condensed. This shows me a list of all the fonts on my machine that are condensed. Let's see, let me back up. Let me do a bold condensed. So it shortens my list down just to those fonts I'm looking for with that kind of font style, in this case bold condensed. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to eliminate that from my font field so I go back to seeing all my fonts, and I'm going to come over here to the upper right where there's a little icon, and I can click on to add some fonts from Typekit. Typekit was introduced in May of 2013 to the Creative Suite. It allows me to go up now and pick a font that I need. I can explore what I'd like to have on my own machine. Let's say I come over here on this side. There's different classifications, as you can see over here. I can find out the fonts I can use for desktop and or web use. I can pick different properties down below. So take some time to look at these different things. So let's go ahead and let's click on decorative, and when it comes up here, here's the Typekit fonts that are available for me to download. So here's one. Here's an interesting one here, HWT Gothic Round. How about this one? How about this, HWT Antique Tuscan 9. I'm going to click on Use Fonts, and I'm going to sync those selected fonts. And I'm actually going to launch my Creative Cloud application right here now. And just to show you that it has been added to my Creative Cloud. So over here in my Creative Cloud, here's my assets. Here's my fonts that I have loaded from Typekit. And I'm going to go over here, and right here it is, HWT Antique Tuscan 9. Back in Photoshop with all the type highlighted here, I'll go right over to my font list. I'll click on the drop down arrow, and I have different Typekit fonts in here. An easy way to find them is there's a little filter button over here in the upper left. I'm going to click on that, and that's going to give me a list of all the fonts that I am using from Typekit. And here's my HWT Tuscan 9 regular. So we'll go ahead and pick that. Let me make it a little bit bigger. And to be perfectly honest, I don't care for it. So let's go back and pick another one of my Typekits. Here we go. How about Lexia Bold? So go ahead and take a look at this, especially the ability to preview the fonts by going up to the menu of your fonts and then rolling through them. You can either use your up and down arrow keys or just roll your mouse over them. Remember that you can turn off this filter so you can see all your fonts again. And go ahead and download some fonts from Typekit, use them in your projects, and enjoy.